Over the years, I have been lucky enough to step into the Today Show kitchen and watch the best chefs from around the world teach us some incredible recipes. And we had made that pesto, which was,
exactly.
I almost got out of this one clean.
Turn it down.
Oh my gosh, I had one job. None of which I've mastered because, well, I actually don't know the first thing about how to cook. And unfortunately for today's culinary coach and my dear friend Siri Daly, she's experienced my kitchen chaos up close a few too many times.
The biggest step is slicing it.
Oh boy, come on, oh my gosh.
Well, I'm ready to put that behind me. Now, Siri's gonna teach me some kid-friendly favorites, including mac and cheese and chicken tenders with a few special ingredients. Plus, I'm gonna learn, finally, how to make a perfect grilled cheese. The real test will be to see if our kids love what we make, and they are a tough crowd. But I'm excited to give it a try, so let's get started. Hi, Siri.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me.
We meet again in the kitchen.
I know.
Although usually you're doing the cooking and I'm doing the staring.
Not today.
Or the
my
drinking.
Friends, not today.
Well, you know that my kids don't have the healthiest of eating habits. I really do want to learn some basic things so I could feed them a decent dinner, maybe sneak in some vegetables.
We can do that. Our plan for today is, first, Savannah will learn how to make a perfect grilled cheese. Then we'll cook the noodles for the mac and cheese. Make the cheese sauce, bread and bake the chicken tenders, prepare a special sauce, and serve.
Every Saturday, Charlie wants a grilled cheese for lunch, and
cheese.
I try to do it, but I end up, I put it on the griddle, I put butter, then I end up, the cheese doesn't melt, but the outside is burnt.
Right.
I end up putting it in the microwave. It's a disaster.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start with our bread.
Okay.
I'm gonna use some classic whole wheat, but we have sourdough here, Italian. I've even done it with English muffins, which is kind of fun.
I love that.
And cinnamon raisin bread, because I know Charlie has a hankering for that. You choose what you would like. I'm gonna go,
Okay.
like I said, with just the regular kind of whole wheat.
I'm gonna try whole wheat too.
We have salted butter here, just one side of the bread.
Okay, well, see, I do both
This is the
sides.
side that's gonna go on the griddle, and that will get it all nice and gooey and buttery and golden brown. You just basically wanna kind of smother it and make sure you get it all the way up to the edges so that not a single piece of bread is without.
But now if I did want to do your mayonnaise trick, I would do butter and then mayonnaise.
Yeah, and then maybe just do like a little less butter, a little less
Okay.
mayonnaise so you're not, smothering it, but I have found it does tend to enhance the flavor a little bit, but
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with salted butter.
And you always keep your butter out on the kitchen counter, which shocked me. I thought you had to keep it in the fridge.
I keep salted butter out. Salted butter tends to last longer on the counter. My grandma did that. My mom did that.
And then it's nice and soft. You're not
Exactly.
like,
Yep.
Okay, I did mine.
Okay.
I beat you. Did I do enough?
Okay, now we're gonna use about 2 ounces of cheese, which is roughly like 4 slices.
And this is a pretty thin slice. Like
Yes.
some of my
So I
white
think
American
that-
cheese is thick.
Right. So if it's thicker, then maybe 2 slices.
Okay.
But, I'm gonna try 4 here. And again, okay, now
What?
we're gonna turn
Oh, shoot.
this over because we wanna do it. That's the side that's gonna go on the griddle, right?
Okay.
Okay. So
Already
it's
screwed
all right.
up.
It's all right. This is pretty forgiving
Is
recipe.
it okay that it's like hanging over the edges? I get kind of obsessy about that.
You want to get them just kind of right up to the edges, but it's
Okay.
okay if it hangs off a little because honestly, that's the best part. I don't know if your kids make you cut off the crust, but my kids do. And then pro mom tip, you just eat it.
Exactly.
So that's your lunch.
Yeah, and that's your lunch. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna put it on the griddle carefully because it's hot.
Wait, what did we put on this? Nothing?
No, because
No oil, no cooking spray?
The butter
Is-
is basically your cooking spray.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna not touch it for about 2.5 minutes. You kind of want to go slow and low, and then I'm gonna show you a little trick after that. Oh, by the way, we have some
Oh, what is this?
some spiked lemonade if you would like
Oh.
to cheers.
Now we're
to
getting
our
closer
grilled
to
cheeses.
our reality.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have regular lemonade for the children.
Yes,
but, there we go.
exactly. Okay, so this is going on.
Yes, we don't want to move it because that will disrupt the cooking process, and we're really trying to get the bread nice and golden
That's funny
brown.
because what I'd be doing is pressing this down. Press, 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 press.
Another thing,
Yeah.
make sure you use a plastic spatula
Oh.
because anything metal will scrape your griddle
Oh,
or even
okay.
your nonstick pan. That's key.
Okay.
Then, let me show you our little trick. Okay, you have one over here. This is called a burger dome. Okay, so after we flip this, we're gonna cover it with our burger dome for another about 2 minutes.
Okay.
And that's gonna ensure that the cheese melts and gets nice and ooey gooey and the bread still crisps.
Could I put just like a glass lid if I have for a pot?
Not glass. I would use, again, like a metal bowl or a pot. You could use a pot.
Okay.
Whatever you use, if it doesn't have a handle like this, use pot holders to remove it.
Why is everyone warning me all the time about the pans are hot? You know, I know.
Listen, I have burn marks from all my times in the kitchen, so you're not alone.
Okay.
I
know.
Right,
it's
we're gonna
hot.
flip them now.
See, I find that
you
hard.
need to use your fingers.
Oh, is
just
that
make
okay?
Sure. Yeah, that's
Ooh, that
See,
looks
look.
good.
Look how pretty. Oh,
Wow.
perfect.
But now the
Now
cheese
you
is
can
not
crisp it
melted.
down a little bit, so that's why now we grab our burger domes.
So right away goes the
Yep.
burger dome. I'm gonna get one of these.
That's it.
I wonder where I've been going wrong.
Maybe you're trying to do it too fast. I feel like a lot of people just want to crank up the heat.
Yeah.
And that will just burn your bread and your cheese won't melt enough.
What if I
Right.
wanted to add like turkey or ham or
Yes.
something
this
like that?
is this is just like your basic grilled cheese. Now you could add tomatoes, bacon, ham, turkey, anything.
When would I add it in this
In
process?
the beginning, right?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
When you put on the cheese, you would add whatever else you want. All right, I think we're ready.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, look at
Oh,
the meltiness on the side.
Yours is meltier than mine, but it looks good.
Well, sometimes it depends on the cheeses. I think that looks great.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, I mean, this truly
Yeah, look
does
at
look
that.
great.
Just slice it.
You know what my mom used to make?
Do you do triangles or rectangles?
I
We
like
both just did
triangles, rectangles, or strips. My mom used to do fried bologna a lot.
Ooh.
I know, it's very 70s. That tastes good though.
So good.
Oh my gosh. I'm a culinary genius now.
We did it. Grilled
Grilled
cheese.
cheese.
All right,
I needed to know this.
on to the next. We're gonna make a baked mac and cheese with a special ingredient. There's going to be cauliflower blended into the sauce. I'm telling you, your kids will not know. Okay?
Sneaking in vegetables
Yep,
is the
not
name
above
of the
it,
game.
not above it. So we have boiling water over here. We want to always season our
Oh,
water
yes.
before. So you can generously season
All right,
with the salt.
I'm trying to get better at being generous.
Okay, because you're a very generous person.
Yes, but not with salt. And thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. I mean, like, I would normally have thought that's enough. More.
Should we taste it? So the reason you want to salt it so generously, especially in this case, is the pasta's only cooking for 6 minutes, so it's not going to have a lot of time to absorb
I think I
that.
need more.
Let's do more. I mean, you can.
It should taste real salty.
Yeah. Instead of using your finger.
Yeah?
Just like pour some in.
That just seems so
Oh,
excessive.
gosh.
I can't.
Okay,
How
all
about that?
right, okay,
Good,
all
good,
right.
good. Okay, pour in. This is a pound of elbow mac.
Pound of elbow mac. So just take that wooden spoon and give it a stir a couple times just to break up the pasta. You don't want it to stick together.
Do I keep the heat on high?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You should be good. Okay. Now, for a nice little shortcut, I have this cauliflower that you can steam in the microwave.
That is cheating.
It's not cheating. We are busy mothers. There's nothing wrong with it.
We're microwaving?
We're microwaving it. Put it this side down so that the
Scandal!
microwave. Just do 5. And that'll give us a good timing on the pasta. I mean, if you want, you can always cut up your florets and steam it. Like, I've done that, obviously, but
You know what?
on a busy night.
I know my way around a microwave.
This is Monterey Jack, which I'm going to take. That is cheddar,
Okay.
8 ounces each.
Okay.
We are going to, I use the big
I
side.
like the big side.
Yep.
I'm good on the grating until we get to the very end.
Right. That's when you kind of just want to, scoot your hands back as much as you can.
I'm not gonna lie, my tricep hurts.
I know. So then you don't have to go to the gym either.
geez.
This is like your fingers are getting awfully close. Just keep going with this. Put it down.
I'm scaring you?
Yes.
Scaring you a little bit? Scaring myself. Okay.
See, like when I get to the very end, honestly,
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to break it up because, again,
Okay.
like little pieces will melt.
Oh, see, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why people are nervous. Does the recipe call for blood? I can't tell. I think my arm's gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Now, what
there,
we're going to
good.
do
Okay,
is
yeah.
we're going to reserve 3/4 cup of the cheese.
Can it live together?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to put our cheese on this same sheet
Okay.
pan to just make some room.
Mine can come over
Yes.
here. Oh, there's our cauliflower.
The cauliflower's, I'm going to let it sit for just a second because it's
Okay.
hot, and why don't we drain the pasta?
Okay. All right. Let me guess. Hot pot. Ooh, it's a heavy one too.
I know. So right into the
Okay.
drainer.
Just pour it all in.
Yeah.
right?
And then put some cold water, rinse the pasta because that's going to stop the cooking process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cold
so
water.
just cold water. It'll
Just
stop the
rinse it?
cooking. Yep.
Okay. It's not gonna get too soggy.
No. And then you can kind of just shake it, let it drain in the sink, and that's it. We'll leave it there while we make our sauce. So do you want to go grab the cauliflower from the microwave?
Ooh, I better bring a thing in case it's
Yeah,
hot.
just hold on to like the edges of the bag.
Okay. Ah! just kidding. Look, it says pick up here.
Yeah,
well, that's helpful.
So convenient.
That's friendly.
Okay, now we are going to cut that open and we're going to pour it right into the blender.
So
All right,
that.
so now we're going to add 1.5 cup of milk. We have whole milk here. You can use 2%, but I wouldn't go any lower than that just because it's going to add flavor. And it's helpful if the milk is at room temperature. If it's not, you can always like microwave it for like 15 to 20 seconds. It'll just help when you make your roux that everything's kind of consistent.
I fear kitchen machinery. Anything with blades is a little scary.
Yeah.
Does that seem good?
That seems good.
Okay, then what?
Okay, so on.
And then what?
And we'll probably hit the puree button if your blender has that. There you go.
Wow.
And we're gonna let it go just for a little bit.
I always feel I have to hold it.
All right, that's looking pretty good. I think we can stop it and just, we want to blend it until it's really, really smooth and silky and creamy because any chunks might, you know, sound off the children alarm.
Alert, vegetable, alert, vegetable. Okay. Ooh, that looks milky.
That looks very good,
I think
yeah.
it does.
Why don't you grab that butter,
All
and we're
right.
just going to butter our casserole dish. Just
How
bring
am I
that over
doing
here.
it? Okay.
We're going to, I mean, you can
Like
use
I would
your
just
hands,
go like take
but
the
I
stick
just like
and
to
stick it around.
Yeah, you could do that. Or you could just kind of like scoop it up with this and just get the sides in.
Your way seems
What-
classier.
I just don't like mess. I'm just
I don't either.
so OCD.
You really
There you
are.
go.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
But that
A little
doesn't
more.
seem
You
like
can
a
do more.
much.
Yeah.
Like I like to
Yeah,
get
I
in
would get a
there.
good goop.
I usually just take the stick.
Perfect.
Am I getting the sides
There's nothing
too?
wrong with taking the stick. Yeah, sides and bottom.
This is where my type A personality really comes
yeah.
in. I'm like, I want every side done just right. I don't want to mess it up, you know? I want to get an A. I want to get an A.
A+ on buttering the casserole dish.
Okay. That's over.
Now we're going to measure out 1 more cup of milk.
Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
3 tablespoons of flour. You can measure out and put in that little bowl.
Okay. This is
That's
mise,
gonna be-
or mise en place.
Absolutely. Wow.
Or mise en
Impressed.
place.
Then we are going to start our roux. I'll put the cheese over here just for
Okay.
later. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is get 4 tablespoons of butter, and you can kind of eyeball that.
Well, I can't, but I know that one stick
it's about
is
a half of
a
the
stick.
stick. Yeah,
So it's like that.
perfect. And
Okay.
just throw that right in the pot.
I enjoy this part.
Yeah,
I just like to see how the butter skates around. you know?
right. It's really pretty.
Seems like it's
and
having
it
a
also
good time.
Smells good.
Yeah. This is what cooking should be.
You can add the flour. We have to whisk constantly. That's why we love to have everything ready because this is kind of something you have to babysit.
Yes.
You don't really want to walk away at this point.
Okay.
Just make sure that you try to avoid the clumps.
Okay.
And then when
Add
we add the milk, we're also going to do it sort of slowly. We don't want to
Okay.
add it all at once
I like to dump it in, so don't
because
do that.
we want to activate the flour and the starch.
Does that look
and
frothy to you?
It's looking good, yeah. See how it's starting to bubble a little?
Yeah. I like to. This is awesome. I'm so impatient. I'm like, let's
know.
get in there.
Perfect. Now you can add some more.
Wow, this is coming together.
Yeah. And then next, we're going to add our milky
But
cauliflower mixture.
But don't I want to get this a little smoother
That's
first?
good.
Whew. God, this is worse. Not since my Jane Fonda aerobics routine have I worked out this hard.
Yeah, but you probably did that this morning.
I know.
right?
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah. Add the cauliflower puree and stir to combine. Is this little at a time
Switch.
thing? Like
No,
this, or can I just
since
dump
you've
it on?
already added, yeah, you're good to go now. Perfect. And
Wait,
it's going to
this
start
is-
to thicken.
This is so
right?
sneaky. You would
So
never know
sneaky.
this is cauliflower.
Yep. And then we're going to add our cheese.
Bring to a simmer. Now, is this a simmer?
Yeah, because see the bubbles starting to form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whisking constantly. Cook for 1 to 2 minutes until thickens. Do you think that's thick enough?
It's getting there. Another way to tell is if once you kind of lift it, you want to just see some of it, some of the remains on the spoon.
I mean, this whole constant stirring.
Yeah.
It's like
It
a
is-
baby. You always
it is
have to be
about
watching
5
it.
minutes of babysitting.
Yeah.
All right.
This seems cooked.
Yeah. So now let's add our cheese.
Okay. All right, we're just going to dump it in.
Yeah, and then just continue to
I
stir.
want to have a big splash. Okay.
Perfect.
Now I'm going to get my stirrer out.
Yeah.
Goodbye, whisk.
Goodbye, whisk.
You've done a good job, but we're moving on. Okay.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah,
too.
this
It
looks
gets
pretty
so
yummy.
cheesy.
Season with salt to taste, but
and
I'm not
here's-
there ready for that.
Here's where we grab the magic.
Magic spoon box. Do you want to taste it, or are you trusting me?
I'm going to trust you. I trust your palate.
I think it needs a little salt.
Some salt. Go for it.
Okay. Well, not a lot, though.
Okay.
It's pretty tasty.
There you go. I mean, there's salt in the cheese naturally, and so, you know, that's good.
I mean,
okay.
I don't know. The salting thing is very perplexing to me.
Now, I'm going to
grab.
grab
I don't want to over salt
the
but
pasta. I know. That's why you can always, you know, you can.
Now what happens?
Put some on. Now I'm going to break this pasta up just a little bit so that it doesn't clump together.
Oh, you add the pasta to
yes.
here, but it says remove from the heat, so I think I need to turn it
you
off.
want to turn it off? Yep.
Okay.
And
it's
then
off.
I kind of declumped the pasta so we
okay.
don't splatter ourselves.
I mean, this is starting to look
Stir
real
that
good.
up. We're gonna
I would
put
eat it just like this.
Yeah, but it's going to get so nice and baked and crispy on the top, and because we're going to add that cheese that we reserved.
So I'm just basically trying to coat as much now. This is just about stirring and coating.
And then we can just pour it in because we can also kind of stir it up in here.
All right, I'm going to transfer it. Are you ready?
Yep,
Do you feel good
ready,
about that
ready.
decision? Oh, I didn't taste
I will
it
have
again,
a
but I'm
sip
just going to
while
trust.
you transferred.
Okay.
I kind of like this. I'm not doing any work.
You are. Trying to explain this to me is work. Okay.
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 You got
ready?
it?
Yeah.
Yum.
It looks so good. Okay.
Now
Yum.
just sprinkle the top with this remaining mixture
with
of
the
cheese.
remaining cheese, just okay.
I'm gonna just eat some.
Yep.
While you do that.
Love that. And this cheese will get kind of brown probably, right?
Yes. So now we're gonna bake it in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Until it cooks all the way through, gets nice and hot and gooey. The sauce will thicken some more in the oven.
Great.
Perfect.
Now, if I wanted to just stop it right here, cover it, and then bake it at a later day, could I do that?
You could absolutely do that.
Okay.
Put it in the fridge, even in the freezer if you wanted to, but in the fridge, just make sure, you know, you kind of let it sit at room temperature for a little bit before you put it in the oven, and it's good to go.
Should I put it in?
Yeah. Top oven.
Okay.
I'm so proud.
Me too. Remember that time?
Good job.
All right.
High five.
Yay!
So the mac and cheese is in the oven. Now we are going to make some Parmesan crusted chicken fingers.
Yum.
Chicken tenders.
My kids live on chicken fingers.
Right? And so first we're going to set up a dredging station. So first, why don't you grab the flour, and we're going to add 3/4 cup to this pie pan. And I like to use pie pans because it's just the perfect shallow dish with, you know, the ridged
That's a
sides.
good idea.
Yeah. Now we're going to use 3 egg whites. Have you ever separated?
I have. I
Okay.
think I do know how to do it. 3
Do you
egg
want,
whites.
Do you want me to do one with you? Or do
Well,
you
let
wanna...
me try,
okay,
and you
great.
can grade me.
And then, yeah, you can put the
Egg whites. you want
egg
them
white
in.
will go in here. Yeah.
Well,
Egg yolk. There you go.
oh shoot. Okay. You got any extra eggs? Just.
And it's
I know.
okay. So
it's
this
not
isn't
pretty.
like this
it's
isn't
not pretty, but I can do it.
Yeah, that's perfect. But I'm going to give you a little tip. Instead of cracking the egg on a side, crack it on the countertop.
Oh, really?
It'll give you a more even shell. Sometimes when you crack it, there you go.
Oh.
When you crack it on the
Oh my gosh,
the
that's
shoot-
so much
right?
better.
There you go.
Wow, game change.
Okay, so now the panko, and we're going to use about a cup
the
of
panko?
Yep, that's
Okay.
the panko. You can use breadcrumbs too. I just like panko because I feel
What's
like
the
it
difference?
gets a little crispier. This is a Japanese breadcrumb.
Oh, okay.
Breadcrumbs tend to just be more fine.
1 cup,
And I
okay.
like the crisp that panko offers.
Okay, good
Yeah,
to know.
so
I actually always wondered what the heck
Yeah.
the difference was. Okay.
1
I'm
cup
just
of
sprinkling
that.
it around. Okay.
And then a 3rd cup of Parmesan
Okay.
right there. And then you can use that whisk to kind of, perfect.
Okay.
And just kind of combine that. So now our dredging station is all set.
Okay.
Chicken, we have 5 chicken tenders here, which you can find at the store. If you don't find chicken tenders, you can always buy breasts and kind of just cut them into strips.
Okay. So now, what am I doing? Just laying
Just
it on
gonna
the
lay
pan?
it on here because it's just gonna be a vessel for us to season the chicken.
So I'm not, this isn't the pan I'm going to
No.
cook in?
No.
Okay, so I don't need to grease
Nope.
it or whatever. Okay.
Perfect.
So it could be a plate. Could be anything.
Yeah. And then season generously, the word of the day.
Both sides?
Both sides. So you can use
Okay.
those tongs to flip it over. Because this is really the only point other than like the Parmesan that we're seasoning.
enough?
That's great. That looks great.
I'm getting
Perfect.
more
Yes.
like
Yes,
liberal with
I like
my
it. Okay.
salt. Good?
Awesome. Yep. And then turn it.
Okay.
Perfect.
I guess you could do pepper if your kids liked it, but It's always a little it's questionable.
Exactly.
Whether they do. Is that good?
That's great.
Okay.
That's perfect.
All right.
Okay, now we are going to spray our sheet over there with some baking spray.
Okay.
Because then we're going to put it right on to our
Are we baking these?
dish. Yes, we're going to bake that.
Oh, we're not frying?
We're not frying.
Oh, that's healthier, right?
Yeah. So first we're going to coat in the flour. You can just do one at a time.
So just dropping it. How much?
Make sure
just
it gets
a little
just
bit?
coated on both sides.
Like that's good?
Yep, that's
okay.
great.
What about the sides?
And
no? Okay, they're fine. Then?
To the egg whites.
And I'm just coating both sides too? Okay.
Perfect. You can kind of like let some of that drip off because sometimes it can get a little goopy. Perfect. And then into the panko.
Okay.
Get that nice and coated.
Yeah, this is the good stuff,
Yes.
right?
And you can, perfect.
Okay. That's good?
Yeah.
Okay. And just set it there.
Set it down. And
Okay.
then
And then here we go.
repeat.
Ooh, it's the last one.
There we go.
This lucky guy is going to get all this good stuff. Okay.
All right. Into the bottom oven.
All right. 425 convection oven. How long?
450.
450, like I said.
About 10 minutes. I can smell the chicken. It's almost done. We're going to make a really quick special sauce. You can call it Savannah's special sauce. So this is a cup of mayonnaise.
Okay.
We're going to add a 4th cup of ketchup.
Okay. Any old ketchup?
Yep. And you can taste this if you like less ketchup, if you like more, if you don't want ketchup. It's just kind of a fun. It just looks like the sauces you get at like fast food restaurants.
This is a tablespoon?
A tablespoon of mustard. You can use yellow. Dijon. I feel like the Dijon can be kind of spicy for kids, so I stick with yellow.
Kids like sauce. They like to dip.
Yes.
And just mix it
Dipping
up?
is key. Yep.
With the whisk or this little spatula?
You can use that, whatever, yeah. Until it kind of gets that like pinky special.
Oh my gosh, it is the stuff that's on your fast food burger. Savannah's secret sauce.
Savannah's secret sauce.
Okay.
So why don't you spoon that into, yep, there you go. And then, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, now why don't you go check on the mac and cheese?
Okay.
Because it's probably done. But what I like to do sometimes at the very end
Yeah.
is just broil it.
done.
Okay. Well, let me see. Let's just broil it for like
Okay.
a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Because it'll just get nice and caramelized on the top. You just have to
How
make sure
long?
you watch your broiler because every oven's different. It could be like 30 seconds or it could be 2 minutes.
What am I looking for?
Just to get that kind of brown caramelization. But why don't you grab the chicken because I think that's done. Here,
Okay.
Janita. Oh, you got it.
When you tell me to watch the oven, I am ready to do it. I am ready to stare obsessively.
Stand
This
there.
looks good.
Perfect.
I can't believe we made this.
You made this, Savannah. Correction.
It looks yummy.
Right, here, put it right
Oh,
here,
okay.
and then you can just take the tongs and throw them on there, and then we'll check on our mac and cheese. It should be done.
Ooh, nice and crispy.
Perfect. And they look really good.
They actually do.
Okay, now we can grab the mac and cheese.
Okay. Ooh, yeah.
Does it look good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, got that little golden top.
Perfect. Yeah, just gets it nice and. I love the crusty edges.
A little broil. Ooh, okay.
All right, you grab
I
that.
still haven't learned this technique.
I
too
will
well.
grab that. Was pretty good.
Okay.
I'll grab this, and we can eat.
Yum. Okay, we
Yum.
did this.
We did it.
Let's eat like toddlers.
Okay.
This actually looks very good to me.
I'm excited.
Okay, so be careful.
Can I
That's hot.
Serve you up some.
Yes, please.
Look at how. Oh, you see,
It's good, and look at that.
it sounds all nice and crusty.
I'm gonna see if I can taste the cauliflower.
Yep, that's the real test. Well, the real test will
come.
come. Let's see.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my hands. Take some chicken. Put some Siri Savannah special sauce.
Yep. Now this is all yours. Now you get to take credit for that sauce.
Okay. Smells good. Bon appetit.
Cheers, bon appetit.
Cheers. Okay. Here's the test.
All right.
I'm going for the cauliflower.
Me
mac
too.
first. I just want to see.
So hot.
Hot and delicious. It's really good.
It's so good. You can't tell.
You cannot tell.
Not one bit.
I'm just going to get into this chicken. Should I dip it
Even,
the way my kids would? No,
Yeah.
let's go classy.
Whatever.
You're right. You're right.
All right.
It's good.
So good. There is no
It tastes
right.
good.
There's no right and wrong when it comes to kid food.
You are actually a delicious chef. So thank you for doing this silly kid food with me. But this is what I actually need to know.
It's not silly. We have picky eaters combined.
Yes.
And so this is what we have to do. I mean, we have to have fun, interesting meals for them.
It's good, and now I don't have to feel so guilty. Well, this is a triumph. There's only one thing to do now. You know what we have to do.
Put it to the test.
Put it to the test with the kids.
Right.
I
An
think
excuse to get together.
Exactly. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. Good luck.
To you too.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.